save, 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 and then at a certain point, take money out. Because really, it wouldn't make any sense to save if you just never used it.
Right.
Because then you just give it away right away and let somebody else, you give it to your kids and say, here, you guys do whatever you want with it because I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
So at whatever point, whether we're talking about an annuity, we're talking, right away, if it's a deferred annuity, if you take it out at this age, it's going to pay you this much.
Right.
If I put money into life insurance, I will have this much cash value and I'll be able to borrow this much, and this will be my income in retirement.
Yeah.
If you put money into a 401k, right now, a lot of the 401ks show based on this money that you've put in here, you've created $500 a month income for life, for retirement, when you reach the age of 65 or whatever. Social Security, you put money into Social Security and you know exactly what you're going to get out if you take it at 62 or 65, 67, 70, whatever.
Yeah.
So why are we treating houses differently than all of those other things? Because it's an incredible amount of wealth. We're talking 15 trillion. That's more money than people have in insurance and annuities, way more. That's more money than they have in IRAs. They only got about 9 trillion in IRAs, and that's been heavily promoted. And
Mm.
it's really not that much because obviously, as you know, with taxes, that 9 trillion is really only about 6 trillion to their benefit
Yeah.
because they're going to get 3 trillion back to the government. But um, whatever the situation is, why do we not look at houses in the same way that we look at any other investment? Otherwise, we might as well just rent, because you don't. If you're not looking at your house as an investment, people say, well, why are you buying a house? Well, because it's a good investment. You hear that all the time. Some people say it's the best investment that I've ever had. We bought it for 100,000 and now it's worth 1 million. You run into these people all the time in California, and they bought this house for whatever, and out east, what those houses are worth.
Yep.
And so people say this was a wonderful investment. We're very thankful that we bought this. That was a smart thing to do. Okay, so what are you going to do with that investment now? What good is it? Well,
Right.
we get to live in it without a payment. Well, that's nice. That's part of the equation. But what we talk about is when you're doing planning and you're putting this into software, what about the housing wealth? What part of the plan is that? And so you do that. When my son bought his house, he called up and he said, "Hey, Dad, we just